I wasn't sure whether to make this video or not, so I wanted to ask you guys and I ran a poll. Out of the 5.7k votes, a whopping 92% of you gave the go-ahead. So I got working. As you are aware, this year a virus has been spreading throughout the world at crazy speeds, infecting over 1.2 million people. Since January, I've been following the virus pretty closely and developed an interest in learning how viruses spread throughout communities. I know this channel is probably the last place you expect to cover anything on this subject, but I can't help myself. For the last 48 hours, I've been working on a system that will allow me to spread and track a virus within the world of Rust. If you're curious and want to know how this works, here's a little breakdown. I wrote a custom C# plugin for Rust that spreads the virus from one player to another if they're standing within 6 feet of each other, starting with me infecting just one single person. That data is then sent to a REST API built using Node.js and Express. I'm using Vue.js for the front end, which connects to the server via a socket and latches onto the player positional data. The front end Vue.js then polls the REST API that holds the infected player data and correctly adjusts the array of players on the front end. All that code gives me this. Each white star is a player on the map, and every red dot is someone who is currently infected. So what does this all mean? It means that we can run a simulation of a virus within the world of Rust. So now we have all the tech in place. What should we do first? Test number 1. All players know nothing about the virus and nothing can stop it from spreading. I'm going to run this test on my solo only server first. If you don't play Rust and you don't know what this is, basically in Rust most servers allow you to play with as many people as you want. For the solo only server, you are only allowed to play by yourself. I'm curious to see if this is going to actually affect the spread of this virus. Okay, so I'm in Rust now, and as you can see I've got the map up on, and if I fly about you can see that my little dot, which is just above that island, actually flies about on the map. So I have a command that I can run called /infect_me. So if I run that, nothing's going to happen on the screen, but as you can see on the map, I am now red dot. If I fly around, I am infected. So I'm going to go and infect a random person. I think I'm going to go to Outpost and just sit in Outpost and wait for someone, because that would simulate someone going to the supermarket, right? Or I could actually sit in a supermarket. Where's the nearest supermarket? Over here. So the supermarket, is there someone in there? So I'm on the map. So there should be someone down here. Aha! There's a base. Okay, so I'm the red dot on the map. There's some guy in this base. I'm going to infect him, simulate him starting the virus, basically. So here we go. I'm going to go close to him, and you should see on the map, he will turn into a red dot as well. So if I fly away, he should be infected. Yeah, he is. Nice. So I'm going to fly away now. I'm going to log out, and I'm going to watch this map, and I am going to see how far this virus spreads just by infecting the one guy. This is incredible. So this footage is now 150 times sped up, and as you can see, he doesn't exactly move as far as I wanted him to. So the original first guy, I thought he was going to gallivant around his base and, you know, collect resources, collect everything that you need to survive in Rust. But this guy does the complete opposite. He goes outside for about 10 seconds and comes back into his base. I kind of had to choose a different subject. So I'm still in that player's base. Problem is, he logged off. So he's still going to be infected. And if anyone comes and raids him, they will also be infected. But for now, he has logged off. So I need to go and infect somebody else. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to try and find someone who's actually active to spread this virus, and try not get someone who's just logged off in his base. As soon as I infected him, I waited around for about 20 minutes, and then he shut all his doors and then logged off. So that's annoying, but we will go and find someone else. Let's go and traverse the map and find someone else. So there's someone currently in launch site. I don't know if you can see on the map. It is a bit small. I will go and infect this guy because I'm still infected. Until the plugin reloads, I will be infected until the end of time, basically. Let's go and find this guy. According to the map, he should be somewhere around here. Oh, there he is. Right. So this guy is now going to be infected. It'll only take me a few seconds to be near him. And now on the map, he should be infected. Yeah, he is. Right. So I'm going to go away again and just watch the map and see if it spreads. Yeah, cool. Alright, so I think there's about to be an interaction. I'm one of the red dots on the map that you can see. I'm going to stay above, though. This guy... Okay, he lives here. All right. So, there's people in his base with him, right? According to my map. I don't want to go in there because I don't want to infect him. Is there someone around his base? So you can see me on the map. I'm one of the red dots, like, flying around, okay? The fast one. So, apparently, according to my plugin, there is a player inside his base. Oh, there's a player there who must have fallen asleep recently. Okay, I see. I get it. Alright, so this guy is now running around collecting eggs. I am curious to see when somebody goes to outpost. That's really going to trigger some like explosive growth. There is somebody real far over there in the distance. One thing I would like to add to this plugin would be that if someone has been somewhere, that area would stay sort of radioactive for, you know, like 5 minutes or something. That might be something to add in the future. Did he get infected? Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, they're fighting. Okay, the problem is, if this guy here kills this guy, and he comes and loots, that guy is going to get infected. And I think that's how this is going to spread in Rust, because especially on the solo only server, because I don't think a lot of people are actually going to interact with each other unless they're in like outposts or something. So we'll find out. We'll see what's going to happen. That guy sleeping that I thought earlier was actually this guy. I didn't realize there was someone in his base. So you can see him. I'm not going to go close because otherwise I will infect him, but you can see him right there. You see him on the map and you see him in his base. So we've stumbled across something here. I'm only going to like sort of film the first couple of interactions just to show you how it works and how everything's going on. And then from there, I'm just going to time lapse pretty much as long as I can, basically. So he's getting on his roof, I believe. Oh, here we go. Okay, so did he just kill him? Yeah, he killed him. So now he's going to get infected. Look on the map. Oh, go away. That dot should turn red. Or is it? I think it might only be alive players. I don't think I've done dead players. Okay, this is interesting. I might need to go and edit the plugin. Oh yeah, of course, because he's not alive, it won't actually count. So it's only going to fit. It's only going to work if both those people are alive. Sadly, the way that Rust works, I mean, I might be able to fix that, but that's going to be more dev time than So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and just see if any of these guys are gonna get infected. I'm gonna try and remove myself from the infected so it's a bit clearer. Let me do that now. Okay, so I've removed myself from being one of the infected players, and I'm just a white dot on the map. As you can see, I don't know if you can, but now they are both infected. They're talking to each other. They haven't practiced social distancing.
Thank you.
And they are both now infected. I wonder where this is going to go. And now I think it's going to start like growing exponentially. The more people that get infected, the faster it's going to grow. So yeah, we're going to just keep watching, I think, just to see what's going to happen. Just to reiterate, these guys have no idea that I'm watching them, and they have no idea that they're infected. They have zero clue. There's no indication on their screen at all showing them that they're infected. So this is the best case scenario for this kind of thing, because nobody knows to stay inside, which is kind of what happened a few weeks ago. I'm now going to play you back the entire session of the solo only server for the first test. As you can see, it's starting off kind of slowly, which is what you would expect, really, because of exponential growth. This is starting off kind of slowly. So we've got a couple infected now. This is where it gets a little bit crazy. As soon as you've got about 3-4 people infected, you're going to start seeing more and more red come up more and more quickly on the map. I mean, look at the bottom right of the map right now. There's a lot of white stars there. But in just a few moments, you're going to see pretty much all of those turn red. So one guy, you see that one guy, he's gone down there, he's infected. And then as soon as he's done his thing, another guy's infected, another guy, and then another guy. It grows so fast as soon as it's starting to sort of get its little foothold in, which we've seen before. And we've seen in multiple countries, this is exactly what happens. So I'm pretty happy with the result that we've got here, and I'm really looking forward to doing the test on the solo, duo, trio server. But just as a final sort of endpoint, the solo server, it definitely worked. It's a good starting point. I think I'm going to do a little bit more adjustments to the plugin and then make sure that it's kind of perfect before we go on to the solo, duo, trio, which is where the real test will begin. As you can see from the map, a lot of people got infected. It kind of started with the two people got infected, and then one was like a super carrier who like distributed it around the map, and then as soon as that happened, it kind of spiraled out of control, and now basically half of the population is infected, which I think is absolutely insane. It's so interesting. I can't believe it. It's weird. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see what the difference is between the solo server and the solo, duo, trio server. So I'm going to load up the plugin and get everything working on the trio server. So if you don't know, this is a solo, so you can only play by yourself. On the trio server, you can play in groups of 3. So it will kind of simulate what an actual household is. Because at the moment, this is just only people that are living by themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't kind of realistic. So the trio server, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Let me go and enable it and set everything up, and I will be back. Alright, so I am currently playing on the trio server just as a little group. I'm working on another project for the morning, so I'm just setting up with a couple of friends of mine. So I'm actually playing on the server. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, as you can see, there's a lot more action on the solo, duo, trio server. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on. There is a ton more people on the server right now. It's currently max pop. So there is, and all these stars that you see are pretty much groups of 3 because they're so close together. You know, it's not rendering them properly, but there are 3 people in pretty much each of those stars. So I'm going to infect myself, and then I think I might just go from there. Is what I do. I'll infect myself, and then I will run. Where am I on the map? I will run through launch site, I think, or to outpost. Let me just show you. Oh. Yeah, I'll move this down up here still. So I'm currently up here, where is it, S4, and I'm going to run down to Outpost, which is down here, just to see how many people I can infect on the way. So /infect me. So we should see a red dot on the map. If it's going to work. Did I start everything up? Can't remember. Yep, that's working. That is right. Sorry, I thought it was in a different location. That was actually my marker. Everything is working. I'm actually over here. I was looking at the marker for some reason. My bad. I'm actually over here. So yeah, that is working. So now I'm infected. I will be infecting my teammates, obviously because I'm just in vicinity of them. So they should pop up as red dots as well very soon. Let me just move this up here so you can see. And I'm going to make my way down to Outpost. Just to see if we run into anyone and see if I infect anyone. Let me get my gear on. Let's go. This is going to be kind of difficult because we want to get close to people, don't we? Yeah, you can see on the map, on the mini map now, that I've infected my teammates. Let's see how many people we infect just on our trip down to Outpost. Oh, and it's an egg hunt. Cool. There's somebody in front of me, apparently, according to the... Yeah, there's a guy right here. I'm just going to run... Oh, he's trying to shoot me. I just want to infect him. Ow, he headshot me. I'm not going to fight. I'm just... I think he's going to be infected now. Like, he can kill me. Yeah, that's fine. And now, I have a feeling that player is infected. Let me make the map bigger so we can see. I'll make it real big, actually. Yep. You see that? He's infected. Nice. So now it begins. Let's see how far this goes. What you are about to witness is the exact reason why we should all be staying inside, we should all be washing our hands, and we should be doing absolutely everything we can do to not go outside. These results were terrifying. Phew. So by this point, only about 6 people are infected. This is halfway through the clip. And then in the next half of the clip, about 75% of the population of the server get infected. That's how exponential growth works. It starts off very, very small. It continues to be very, very small until it isn't very, very small. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours, I think, an hour and a half maybe. And can you see how many people are infected? This is insane. The growth has been so much faster than on the solo server. So it really does show that the more people in the, like, quote-unquote household going in and out, the more chance you have of being infected. This is we're finding out some kind of interesting stuff here. I'm going to fly around and try and find some people that aren't infected and see how they're doing and see why they aren't getting infected. Because some people, like, there's a spot on the map. Oh, let me see. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Can you see the airfield? There's a spot on the map that isn't getting crazy infected, and I'm going to go and fly over there now. I'm in debug cam, so my player model isn't actually moving, which is good. So I'm not going to accidentally infect people myself. But it does mean I need to figure out where airfield is without using a map. So give me 1 second. Alright, so I found airfield. I'm here. Oh, sorry. Let me make the thing a little bit smaller, back in the corner. So you can still see that happening. That's still live, by the way. It's still, they are still moving. But let's go and find some people around the airfield. I'm very curious as to why there's an area that's just not being infected at all. It's like they're like cut off to the outside world, which is really strange. So if I'm looking at airfield like this, so there's people in this gas station, if I'm correct, that haven't been infected. They're not going to render because my player model, I need to actually be there for them to render. Let me go and vanish. Alright, let's go this way. At least we'll be able to find and use the map this time. So let's have a look in this little gas station. We are in vanish, so they will not be able to see me. I'm assuming there's some people here. I'll be careful because I am infected, and I don't want to accidentally infect this environment that isn't being infected, if you know what I mean. Oh, I see. Here we go. There's some action. Are these people? So none of these guys are infected. It must mean that they're staying around this area, which kind of. There's 2 guys there, and there's some guys over there. There's some guy there. None of these guys are infected though. Is there an infection about to happen? I'm looking at the map right now, the one you can see in the top right. And I'm just looking around to see if there's anyone close that is infected. I just want to see it transfer over. So there's a huge down here. There's a massive group of people that are infected. I'm wondering if they've got like helis and things. Where is it? There's loads of people here apparently. Let me debug cam so I don't infect them. There is so much movement happening. So there's a road. There's an infection about to happen up here apparently. Aha. So this guy is not infected, I do not believe, and there should be another player somewhere. Okay, that's I see. So this guy isn't infected. He's getting shot at. These people that are fighting him are infected. This guy here, this one dude is the only one in this whole area that is not infected. So if he goes close to any of those players, he's going to get infected, which he definitely is. Oh, he's down and he's infected now, even though he's dead. So yeah, everyone here isn't now infected. This is a dead zone. In the top right of the map, where I started the infection, almost every single person, a good 90% of the player base up there is infected. Isn't that mad? How it started with just me, and then my teammates, and then one run to outpost. That's insane. Now everyone on this side of the map is pretty much infected. That's crazy. Okay, so this has been running on the server now for about 3 hours, and as you can see, it is quite laggy because let me just refresh. Pop. So as you can see, there's only maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about 5 to 10% of the player base that hasn't got it. 90%, I'd say around 90% of the player count of the server got infected just by walking within 6 feet of each player. That is insane. That basically proves that how effective. Compare these results to the results of the solo only server. That basically proves that staying inside, isolating yourself from everyone else, which is what people on the solo only server do, is definitely 100% effective in stopping the spread of any kind of virus. This is awesome. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was probably one of my favorite videos that I have ever created. I had so much fun developing all the stuff that I needed and filming all the stuff that I needed to film. This was awesome. I hope I get a chance to do something like this again in the future. It's definitely a nice break from doing the solo only and all that kind of stuff. I know I haven't uploaded in about a week. That's because I've been working hard on getting this video done and making sure it's exactly how I want it to be. So if there's one thing you can take away from this, it is definitely wash your hands, don't go outside, follow all of the rules of your country's governments or whatever is in your country. I mean, listen to them, because it's kind of scary how fast it can spread when it gets out of control. So, I mean, we're just simulating this in a Rust server, so it's 100 billion times worse out in actual real life. So stay safe, wash your hands, don't go outside, or go outside for the necessities, but you know what I mean. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.